All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're back. We're back, baby. It's that scene from I don't know what it was, the bachelor party or something. We're back. We're back, baby. No more creepy hotel room video. uh, and no more music for the moment. They busted me. Um, they jumped on yesterday and said, "Hey, you're playing music, and Meta doesn't like that." So, do. You guys, you don't want me singing to you. So let me get set up here, get the coffee organized. The Aura ring died, so I don't know what the sleep number was last night. Although I suspect pretty poor, given that we waited an hour and a half for our bags in the Portland jetport. Right, that's when you know you're right on top of the world in the airport game, when you're like one of the smallest ones in the country and the only plane that came in at 11:30. You make people hang around for 90 minutes for their bags. I'm thinking we could all walked out there and crawled up in the belly of that beast and chucked them out of there ourselves and been down the road. But what are you going to do? You know, it's not what happens to you, it's how you deal with it. So, Matt Moore, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We're back, baby. Whew, that was rough. Get the coffee into me, get that started. Look like I know what I'm doing over here. Anyway, wait and see what Matt. How was your week? Pop in the chat how your week went. If you're just jumping on, I've got the YouTube, I got the Insta chat going, the face space, all that stuff. Let me know who's here and what's up, what's going on. We had a good time, a good trip. My voice is gone because I talk so much. Beating the drum, pounding the chest, doing the sales, buy my stuff. But yeah, we had a good time. I think today's Sunday here in the great state of Maine. So I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit today about the experience, about going to the JobTread. So for those of you guys that don't know, we spent the better part of the week in Dallas, Texas, out at the JobTread Connect user conference. And JobTread is a construction management software that if you're a general contractor, remodeler, well, frankly, plumber, electrician, custom home builder, you should be using this software. So ask me how I know. Matt says it was good, productive, making good forward progress on a few things, and sold another job. Love it. That's great. I'm looking forward to our call this week, Matt. So, and Matt's a JobTread user. So it was great. And we met a lot of people, had first crack at doing the trade show thing, so to speak, with the booth. We got some banners made and a backdrop and a tablecloth and handing out cards with QR codes, and we were tap dancing and doing the thing. Met a lot of nice people. So, but today I wanted to talk about yes, sir. Like what? Today I wanted to talk about the power of community. Speaking of community, Larry White just jumped on. I saw Larry. We had a pretty decent Maine contingent out there in Dallas, didn't we, Larry? Saw Larry and his wife Melinda out there, who operate a great general contractor company here in the great state of Maine, up in Winterport. And I had to ask him again exactly what town he was in. Not everybody lives in Bangor, Bob. Anybody north of Portland, you go, yeah, they just live in Bangor. That's not the case. It's not the case. So anyway, had a good chat with Larry. Larry, good to see you on here this morning. I think you'll enjoy this. I want to talk about the power of community and planting seeds for future success. And one of the things that, hey, Dan Bennett, glad you found us this morning. Planting seeds for future success and being willing to do some things that others aren't, so that you can do what others can't. So the power of community, you guys know it. I'm, best described probably as a gatherer of people, right? The small steps that we take today can lead to big opportunities down the road if we plant the seeds in the right places, right? As I mentioned, I just returned from the JobTread Connect user conference in Dallas. Had the honor of leading a panel discussion with some incredible home builders there. And it I asked myself, hey, what did I get out of it? Right. It kind of left me reflecting on how we build connections and how that creates opportunities. In the surprising way that those things can pay off over time. I'll tell you a story. I haven't shared this with everybody, but when JobTread originally started planning this event, they put out I guess they call it a call for speakers. And you guys know I like to speak, and it's one of my dreams to get on different stages and do different things and motivate and inspire and bring some fire. So I threw my hat in the ring and applied to be you could apply to be lead a panel discussion, or you could apply to do an educational session, or you could apply to be a keynote speaker. And I said, screw it. I applied to be on the big stage. I'm passionate about the speaking, sharing insights, helping others grow. So I thought, well, this is it. This is my moment. I'm going to have a blast with this. Put the app together, sent it in, but guess what? Didn't get it. I got that email, right? Hey, thanks for sending it in. We're going to go with someone else. And I was like, oh, bummer. And I didn't realize at the time there were 4 keynote speakers they selected. So I had a little bit of a moment where I'm like, all right, I've got some work to do yet. So, hey, thanks for applying. We've chosen someone else. That's okay. I didn't get the yes I was hoping for, and I really wanted to be involved. Here's where it takes a turn. Instead of just driving my head in the sand and saying, well, no, I didn't get that, I'm going to do something else, or feeling defeated or being bitter, I just kind of responded in a thankful mode or with gratitude, wrote back and said, hey, thanks for the opportunity to apply. If something changes, or if in the meantime anything else pops up at the event that you need help with, please let me know. And I left it at that. And don't you know, a couple of weeks later, I got an email. Hey, Bob, would you be interested in leading a panel discussion of home builders at the event? Well, hell yeah. I wanted to be involved, right? And just like that, I had a new opportunity. It wasn't the keynote that I applied for, but it was something. It was a start. It was a chance to contribute, to be in the game, to connect, to show up. Because anything I've ever done, I've wanted to be part of. If we played baseball, I wanted to be the catcher. Two reasons. You got to touch the ball every time, every play, and also I sucked at pitching. So catching was it, and I loved it, and I did it for a lot of years. Wanted to be involved, and I've always wanted to be in the mix of what was going on. Hey, Dad, how are you? Alex Larson is here. Good to see you. So this whole experience just reminded me, had a bunch of time to think on the plane, the flights on the way back, and while sitting in beautiful Portland, Maine for 90 minutes waiting for my bag last night at 1 a.m. It reminded me of a simple truth. You got to plant seeds. Like, what if I hadn't sent that email back? What if I just said thanks? And you don't always know the immediate results of doing that. Sometimes it takes weeks, months, even years before those seeds grow into opportunities. We don't always know why we're doing it. We're just doing it. Think about every time you show up for someone, every time you reach out, every time you offer help without expecting something in return, you're planting a seed. Those seeds can grow into something that you've never, ever imagined. So for me, it wasn't, applying for the keynote just wasn't about just that one event. It was about having done it, having thrown my hat in the ring, having the courage to hit send on that app, right? Because that was a big deal. It was about showing the organizers, Eric Fortenberry and his team at JobTread, that I was somebody who's willing to contribute. And who do you think they thought of when that came up, when an opportunity came up to lead a panel discussion of home builders, right? I was somebody that said, hey, let's get Bob. I know he wants to help. He wants to be involved. So just that little small act of gratitude, sending back the note to Anna and saying, hey, I'd love to be involved any way that you guys see fit. And it opened a door I didn't know existed. So, hey, Jason, how are you? Good to see you here. We got a few people watching this morning. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday morning. Coffee number 2. Don't know what the sleep score was because the ring died. So why does all this stuff matter? Why does it matter in business and in life? Planting seeds. It doesn't just apply to personal growth. Hey, Vlad, how are you, buddy? It just doesn't apply to personal growth. It can apply to business, and building a business is all about planting seeds, right? You guys do your marketing, your drip email campaigns, all of that stuff. It's all planting seeds. Yeah, the pilot did his job. Always thank those guys on the way by, right? Going out the door. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you getting us on the ground safely. Yeah. We get home well. And it was kind of overcast. So when we hit the ground, it was boom. And I looked out the window, it was straight fog. So I don't think we appreciate enough the pilots that get us on the ground, right? So anyway, I digress. I'm trying to watch the chat at the same time. But yeah, building a business is all about planting seeds too. How about your relationships with clients? Every time you go above and beyond for a client, you're planting a seed. Yeah, you're not going to get paid for everything. Maybe they'll refer you to someone else. Or maybe they'll come back to you with a bigger project down the road. More often than not, if we had 6 projects going, 3 of them were for people that we had worked for before. How do you think that happens? Another one is team building. When you invest in your team, you're planting seeds, whether it's training, mentorship, or just showing appreciation. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in today. You're planting seeds for loyalty and productivity with your team. And then networking, events like JobTread. I can't point to every single bit of value that we got out of going out, getting on a plane, buying all kinds of event stuff, setting up a table, being there for 3 days, getting a hotel. It wasn't cheap. Spent a few bucks. It's hard to quantify. It really is. But those places, networking events like that, are fertile ground for planting seeds, right? Don't you want to plant a seed in fertile ground? Sure you do. Get in the rooms where the people that you want to do business with hang out. Make the connections you want to make. It might not lead to an immediate opportunity, like I said. But years down the line, it could result in game-changing partnership. My dad's on here. When we used to do contracting together, we would send out these little rack cards and a letter saying, hey, we're in Wyndham. We do work around the lakes, da-da-da-da-da. We went and looked at a job, and a guy said, hey, I want to show you something. He pulled the letter in our rack card off the top of his fridge. He said, I've been hanging on to this for 2 years. So if we tried to quantify that marketing campaign at the time for what it was, there was no social media. There was really no, I guess there was internet at the time, 2005, ish, 2006. But that was a seed, right? And this guy held on to it. He wasn't going to do a project today, but he knew in 2 years, he liked our material. He liked the seed that we planted, pulled it off his fridge and gave us a call. So, but here's the kicker. Not every seed's going to grow, right? Some won't sprout at all. But the more you plant, the more seeds you plant, the better chances you have of creating something amazing, whether it's a new relationship, a job or business opportunity, a new employee or a partner, brand partner, affiliate, something like that. So I'll ask you, you guys know I always ask you, what seeds are you planting? What are you planting for seeds right now? Maybe it's in your business. Maybe it's in your relationships. Maybe it's in your own personal growth. What seeds are you planting? What are you doing this year? I'm sure you're all coming to the Edge Live event on 2/22/25 in Portland, Maine, right? We'll talk about that later, right? But are you showing up consistently? And are you adding value without expecting something in return? I would challenge you to do that. Here's an example. Building this community, the Edge. Our Edge community's on the school app. You think it's any picnic trying to get people to open that app? Join us over there. We have one free group and one what I call paid group where we deliver a lot more content. It's tough, guys. It's tough to get people over there doing something different. But we decided if we show up every day and lead from the front, the group would grow. We're at 120 in the free group, okay? Always taking new people in what I call the paid group, starting to see the fruits of those efforts, the fruits of the labor, the fruits from the seeds. Here we go, right? Not just in our own growth, but in the growth of the communities. So let's take a broader perspective. Let's talk about stepping into opportunities. Another key lesson, right? If you're willing to step into opportunities, even if you know they're not exactly what you envisioned, right? When I applied for that keynote, I pictured myself up on the big stage. Instead, I was doing a panel discussion, but I was happy to be in the game, happy to have the opportunity. And it was an incredible experience. And I can't wait to hear feedback, because on the app and everything, people send in feedback for that particular session. And it gave me a chance to connect with 4 high-level custom home builders. I didn't know those guys before that panel. You know, we could share insights, make some impact. There are now 4 more people that know me and know what I'm doing in life. So, you know, guys, sometimes in life, we often get stuck on the idea of, you know, it's this or nothing. You know, if I can't get the big win, why bother? But that mindset closes doors. Sometimes it's the smaller opportunities, the ones we didn't expect, that lead to the biggest breakthroughs. If I hadn't done this, I wouldn't be here. If I hadn't gone over here and checked that out and looked under that rock, I never would have seen what was there. So here's my challenge for you today. Think about one area of your life or your business where you can plant more seeds. Be open to opportunities that look different from what you expected. And then show up consistently and attack the process, even when it feels like nothing's happening. Would have been easy to sleep in today, guys. Well, I think we got back here at 1:30. 1:30, dropped the bags, boom, went to bed. Long day. Started in Texas, a couple of 2-hour flights, long layover. You know, a study in human behavior, getting on and off airplanes. Hey, Catherine, how are you? But guys, most importantly with this stuff, stay patient. You know, the seeds you plant today might not bear fruit tomorrow. But if you keep nurturing them, they will grow. Keep watering them every single day. I want to close by saying thanks for the opportunity. Thank you to the JobTread organization for the opportunity. Trusted me with the opportunity to lead a panel. There's 900 people at this conference, guys. So it felt pretty cool to be able to be trusted to be on stage and lead a panel. Guess what they gave me for direction? 0. They said, Bob, go do it. And that was pretty cool. You know, it felt good to contribute. And it's a reminder that every step forward is part of the bigger journey, right? Hey, Dave Saperco, how are you? Dave's coming to our event in February. Yeah. Thanks, Catherine. We did have a very productive trip. So, and I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all of you for showing up and being part of this community and for inspiring me to keep planting seeds and to keep going and to keep on building and growing and creating opportunities for others, not just for me, but for everybody. All right. So I want you to have a great day. Remember, the seeds you plant today are going to shape the opportunities for tomorrow. So let me know in the comments. If you're watching this live, great. Pop in the comments. How you doing? What's today? 1 to 10. Let's keep the conversation going about how we can take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of us, even if they're not the home run that we were looking for. Sometimes you do have to hit every step on the way to the top when you're going up the stairs. All right, that's what I have for worldly knowledge for you today. You notice I didn't have any music because I got busted yesterday with they said you can't play something about not having licensing and Meta and all this, but I thought they had their hands full with TikTok. So, hey, John Morrissey, how are you? Good to see you. Moving on to the self-promotion version section of my talk today. I want to make sure you guys know about our event. So are you coming to our event in Portland, Maine on 2/22, February 22nd, The Edge Live. Got some great speakers coming. It's 8 to 5. We're going to have lunch in the middle of the day. Who's it for? It's for you. If you're on this call, it's definitely for you. If you want to level up personally with your business, you don't have to have a business. If you're somebody that's a important part of what's going on in somebody else's business, we want you there. If you're just looking to take a day and reset and say, hey, you know, where am I at? Where am I going with all this stuff? Do it. It's $299, $300 to come for the day. And take a Saturday and move the needle for you. You know, you can go to the mall, you can shop, you can go out, you can day drink, you can do this, you can do that. It's the weekend. You don't want to give up a day. I would challenge you to give yourself a day, invest a day into yourself and come to this event It's going to be fantastic. I connected with a lot of people in Dallas this past week. People flying in from all over the country, which is cool. And that makes me feel good too, that, I'm honored that somebody's going to spend their hard-earned dollars to get on an airplane and come to Portland and see what's up and see what we have to say. So Steve Rosenberg will be there. Steve's a great guy, gets up in your business. He'll tell you, hey, I can be honest or I can be nice, but I can't be both. So bring your thick skin, because he'll tell you right where it's at if you ask him. And Gary Chupik, I'll be doing a live call with him this week, or a podcast, something where we're just going to sit and have a discussion about what he's going to bring to the table as well. He has a program called Game Plan for Life. So that's going to be awesome. So anyway, again, I'll put the link in. Guys, hop on and sign up. Dan Bennett, if you're still here, I know you're coming. Get on there and buy your tickets, guys. Want to make sure we have enough food and all that stuff. So if you're thinking about coming, if nothing else, send me a note and let me know you'll be there. You certainly can buy your ticket closer to the event. I'm not the, hey, 5 seats left kind of guy when there's plenty of seats. So we have room for you. Bring your friends, bring your family. If you're a business owner and you want to bring your team, we can fill a table. Talk to me. Give me a DM. We'll work a deal with you so that you can save a few bucks if you're going to bring, 7 people with you. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great weekend, or you're having a great weekend. We're just getting back into the atmosphere, and you know how that is when you're back from a trip. You just you don't know what's going on or what day it is. We got a lot of stuff to do today to get to kind of right the ship here and get it going down the road for the first of the week. I want to thank all my one-on-one coaching clients for the time last week. We do a very good job getting everybody in every single week. And I was trying to figure that out last week, and finally I just had to say, okay, guys, we're going to take a break for a week and come back at it. So, but I did connect with everybody while we were out there, and it was good to hear that everybody's doing well. So anyway, let me know what more I can do for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Post in the chat what you got from it. Let me know how you're doing, scale of 1 to 10. And as I always say, this our coaching relationship doesn't end with this call. If you need something from me, let me know. Shoot me a DM. I've been saying till I'm blue in the face, I will happily give you my time for a 30-minute strategy call. If you're looking at your business and you're kind of like, okay, I need a different set of eyes on this thing. I've only had 1 or 2 people take me up on that. So I'll put that link in the chat as well. And I wish you guys a great rest of the weekend. And I hope you're doing fun stuff and pouring into family and planting those seeds and building your own community. So, all right, I'm out. Good to see you guys. Take care. Have a great day.